Welcome to today's session. Today, we will try to learn what are looping statements in Python. I, Chaitra Nayak, Assistant Professor, Department of Computer Science Engineering, Nitya Meenakshi Institute of Technology, Bangalore. By the end of today's session, you will be able to understand what are loops in Python, how to use for loop, how to use while loop, and also try to understand break, continue, and pass statements. Priorly, we will try to understand what is a loop. A loop is used to repeat a block of code multiple times. If you have to print a number from 1 to 5, then instead of writing print for 5 times, print 1, print 2, print 3, print 4, print 5, you can use one keyword and make the code chunk repeat for itself so that you can easily print the 5 numbers. As an example, printing the numbers from 1 to 5. Let's see what is a for loop. A for loop is used to repeat a block of code for a fixed number of times or over a sequence. Let's try to understand how to write a for loop using the syntax. For is the keyword, variable to be mentioned, and number of times it has to get repeated will be repeated or mentioned in the sequence with the statement what has to get printed. For example, for I in range 1, 6 with colon, print I. What is happening over here? If we can try to understand, you have a block when a range has been mentioned, and in this block, the first variable is mentioned as I. Now, the numbers are starting from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. As you can see, this is the first number, and this is the last number. The range is from 1 to 6. The indexes of this number starts with 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. The indexes are mentioned in this manner. Now, your statement is telling for 1 in the range of 1 to 6, print I. Now, your cursor is in 1, so you will be printing as 1. Now, the cursor will move to the next position, and now this is your I. So, for I of first number, the cursor is in 2. 2 to 6, you have to print I. The cursor moves to the next digit, I. For I, 3 to 6, you will print 3. For I, 4 to 6, you will print 4. For I, again when the cursor is moving, for 5 to 6, the cursor is going to print 5. The last here, the number is got skipped. As you can see, the output is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Moving forward, let's try to understand what is a while loop. A while loop is used to repeat a block of code as long as a given condition is true. So till the condition is held true, this while loop is going to work. The loop will continue until the condition becomes false. Once the condition is in the false statement, the while loop is going to get terminated. Let's see the syntax. While condition, when the condition is true, the statement will be printed. For example, I is equal to 1. A variable is got declared which is 1, initialized to 1. While I is less than or equal to 5, that is 1 compared with 5. As you can see, the statement is true. I go with the printing statement, that is print I. So in your output window, you will be typing. That is, it gets printed as 1 as the statement is true. The next statement is I plus or equal to 1. What is this? I is equal to I plus 1. That means 1 is the number, 1 plus 1 is 2. Now the I is equal to 2. Now again 2 is compared with 5. The statement is true. Print I. So the print I will happen. Next statement is 2 plus 1, which is 3. Now I is equal to 3. 3 is compared with 5. The statement is true. Once it is true, print I. The statement will print I. 3 plus 1 is equal to 4. Now your I is equal to 4. 4 is compared with 5. When it is compared with 5, the statement holds true. Once it is true, print I. 4 plus 1 is equal to 5. 5. Now I is equal to 5. 5 is compared with 5. 5 is equal to 5. The statement is true. The 5 is going to get printed. Now 5 plus 1 is equal to 6. Now your I is equal to 6. 6 is compared with the condition, and now the condition is false and the while loop gets terminated. So in your output screen, what is the output you have? You have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 as printed. This is the way how your while loop works. Moving forward, let's try to understand what is a break statement. The break statement is used to exit the loop immediately. For example, for I in range of 1 to 6, if I equal to 3, then break. So when the numbers are there, if you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, as I told, the 6 is going to get skipped. The last digit is going to get skipped. So I from 1 to 5, it has to get printed. Now, when the condition is given as 1 is got printed in the output screen, we saw in the for loop that 1 will be printed, and then the cursor moves here, I comes to 2, 2 will get printed. Now the cursor moves here. Now your I is equal to 3. When it is equal to 3, what is the statement given? Break. So you have to come out of this particular statement and print I. So in the output screen, what is the output? 1 and 2. As you can see, the output will be 1 and 2. So the break statement is used to terminate or halt or exit the loop immediately once the break statement is read by the interpreter. Moving forward, let's try to understand what is a continue statement. Continue statement is used to skip the current iteration. If you have to, pause that particular iteration but continue the next iteration, then you will be using a continue statement. For example, as it is given here, you have the digits 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now, in the output screen, you have 1 got printed, 2 got printed, which is easier to understand. Now the I is getting shifted to 3. Now I is equal to 3. When it is equal to 3, what is it telling? Continue. Continue means what? Skip this particular iteration. Skip this current iteration and move forward. So now I is equal to 4. As it is 4, you have to print 4, and then the next iteration it moves, it gets printed 5. So your output will be 1, 2, 4, 5. So this helps to understand that continue statement is used to skip the current iteration. Moving forward, let's try to understand what is a pass statement. When you're coding, when you're a developer, you start coding. And when you're coding, maybe there is a time or there is a minute which comes where you don't know what actually has to be done. So when you don't know, when you're coding for 300, 400 statements, and when somewhere you get stuck and you don't know when and what you have to do in that particular coding sequence, you will be using a statement in Python which is called as pass statement. The pass statement does nothing. It is used as a placeholder. So it holds that particular place. In future, if you want, you can re-execute or recode over there as a patchwork, or else you can just leave it. It does nothing. It doesn't harm your code. For I in range of 1 to 4. So what's happening over here? You will be reading 1, 2, 3, 4. The for statement is going to read one by one all the digits using a I variable. But what next? What your for statement has to do? It is reading. But what it has to do? Is it has to get printed, or it should check a condition, or it should do something? We are stuck. We don't know what to do. At this particular time, you use the word as pass. It just passes over and there will be nothing printed in your output screen. You can check all these codes using your MU editor as explained in the previous video, which will make you more understanding by doing it by yourself. So kindly do code by yourself in MU editor and try to learn more easily the Python. Moving forward, let's see what contents did we cover in today's session. In this session, we learned what is a for loop, what is while loop, how to use a break statement, continue statement, and pass statement in Python programs. Loops help us to repeat the task efficiently in Python programs. This is what was the overall agenda of today's session. Let's have a quick question. Which loop is used when the number of iteration is known? Answer, for loop. Which statement is used to exit a loop? Break statement. Which statement skips an iteration? Continue statement. Hope the session was interesting. See you in my next videos with more depth of knowledge in Python and with more simple programs to make Python learn easier. Thank you.